Hi everybody, my name is Ashley and you're watching 3 Boys 2 Girls, and today I just had a quick book haul for you guys from this weekend, so stay tuned to see what I got. I just wanted to go through quickly and share some books that we got this weekend. My son and I just kind of went to various bookstores this weekend. It actually was the day that it was supposed to be the big snowstorm and it never came, so thankfully we were able to kind of get around just fine without having any weather issues. But I started out with, I saw that a local homeschool group in a town that's like a half an hour away, was their homeschool community was doing a book giveaway or a curriculum giveaway. And I love curriculum sales, used curriculum sales, or in this case it was a giveaway. I love it for a couple reasons. First of all, you get to maybe pick up some curriculum at a lower price, or a cheaper price, or even free. The second thing is that you get to actually put your hands on the curriculum. You get to see it, you get to flip through it, you get to actually a feel for what it is and how it's set up and if it will work for you. And then the third thing that I love about used curriculum sales, hi honey, I gotta help her. The third thing that I love about used curriculum sales is that you get to actually meet, can you go shut that glass door?
Yeah.
Thank you. The third thing that I love about used curriculum sales is that you actually get to meet other moms, other homeschooling moms. And so if you haven't been following along, this is our first year homeschooling, and so I am still figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to be doing it. And so having advice from other homeschool moms has been fantastic. So I'm just gonna go through kind of everything that we got this weekend. So it was Saturday actually, and we went to the curriculum sale first. Like I said, it was like about half an hour away. And so I did next year, I have a 5th grader this year, and so he'll be in 6th grade next year, and he has been throwing around the idea of going back to school, which is fine. I understand he misses his friends and that kind of stuff, but this is my kindergartner, and I don't think she'll be going back to school.
I will be next year.
Oh, you think so? Okay.
Maybe for a little bit, see how it is.
That's not how it works. But anyway, but one thing that he really wants to study is the wars, like American history. And so next year we will do American history, whether he is here or not. But so I happened to find this, it's called All American History. And it is actually it's volume 1, the explorers to the Jacksonians. And so we'll have to probably do it in 2 years anyway, because there's a lot of history. But so this is actually a full year's curriculum. It's got 32-week curriculum on there. And then it actually comes with a teacher's guide and answer key. And in here, it kind of has some worksheets, in the back and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, I'm just kind of looking through this stuff. So if you have ever used this, it's by Celeste W. Rakes, and it's by Bright Ideas Press. So if you guys have ever used this, let me know, and let me know what you think about it, pros or cons, or any tips or ideas. I probably won't necessarily do this just use this. I definitely love the idea of adding a whole bunch of readers and read alouds and all that kind of stuff into it. And so I'll pull in some books and a lot of historical fiction and probably some projects and Pinterest, I guess. So I don't plan on using just this. I'll probably just kind of get ideas from it, and then obviously just kind of pull from a whole bunch of different sources. But I would love to hear any recommendations that you have on this. So again, free. I also picked up this history pockets. We currently actually have 2 history pockets. We have, this one is for 1st through 3rd grade, and we have a 1st through 3rd grade one and a 4th through 6th grade. The 1st through 3rd grade is ancient civilizations, and then the 4th through 6th is just ancient Egypt. And so we're doing obviously doing ancient times right now with our story of the world curriculum. And so I picked up one of these. This is Native Americans. So I thought, even though it's grade 1 through 3, I'm sure my 4th grade, she'll be in 4th grade next year. I think it'll be fine for her to do this with my kindergartner. And so what they are, if you haven't seen a history pocket, is you just kind of create out of paper this large pocket. You know, you take like a 12 by 18 sheet of paper and then fold it up to create a pocket. And then you kind of just do these little projects. So there's 9 pockets in this one. And within each of those pockets, there's like 2 or 3 projects that you complete. Like, you know, there's this craft and there's just little things. It's kind of similar to what you would do like a lap book, but then you kind of all put them in this pocket and then you make a book out of the pockets. So there's kind of another picture on the back there, but so the pockets in this one are Introduction to Native Americans, the Inuit of the Arctic, the Tinglet of the Northwest, the Nez Perce of the Plateau. So anyway, basically just different types of Native American tribes that I don't really know how to pronounce, so I'm not gonna read them all. But I've really liked these as a supplement to the story of the world. The story of the world has tons of great projects, but I feel like this is just ready for me. Copy it off, they can color it, they can do kind of this while I'm reading, and it's less hands-on for me. It's a project that's less hands-on for me than some of the ones that they suggest in the Story of the World book. So I like these. Again, you can find them pretty cheap. Obviously this one was for free, but I think that they go along really well. Story of the World does have a American history-ish, it's like the modern times, but I've heard that it's the number 4, but I've heard it's not as good. So if you have done the year 4, let me know and we can make an informed decision. So that's the next thing I got. I also picked up this Colonial America. It's the theme series. It's grades 4 through 6. And again, it's just kind of information and worksheets, and it would just be another source that I would, you want to look at that? Yeah. Another source I would use. The next thing is actually this Spanish. My son actually, like I said, my 10-year-old son was with me, and he picked out the Spanish. And then they actually said, oh, this goes with it. But I think it's just the same thing. It's got the book in here, and it has some other stuff in there, but it has cassette tapes. Like, I don't even know if I have a cassette player, but it's, so if we wanted to learn Spanish, we really could. Whoops, careful. All this stuff, it's got like test booklets and stuff there, but anyway, so this is, it's just Spanish, the Ultimate Foreign Language Adventure. This is the Power Glide Foreign Language Courses, and it's by, looks like by Power Glide, must be the publisher. So anyway, we might look through that and see if we want to learn some Spanish or something like that. So again, that was free. Then my son found the chapter books page, or chapter books table, and so he found How to Train Your Dragon book 1, and then also this came with it, this How to Train Your Dragon Complete Book of Dragons. So I think in the movie, I think it's kind of like Hiccup's like dragon book, kind of. I mean, it's really cool. You can kind of see in the inside covers and stuff. So I think that's what it's supposed to be, is kind of loosely based off that. The next thing we found was Mr. Chicken's Funny Money. And so this just looked like a story. I think it's kind of like about a little bit about math and about money, and a 9-year-old that gets a mysterious bill with 15 zeros and a photo of a familiar but startling face, and so could it be real? And so it just looks like a cute little story, and the book was really in good condition, so I went and grabbed this too. Then I found Digging Up the Past. So this is like it's by Discover for Yourself. It's inductive Bible studies for kids, and this is Genesis 3 through 11. And so it's by Kay Arthur and Jana Arndt. And so I just thought it would be kind of fun to learn dive a little bit deeper into biblical history and that kind of stuff. So again, it's got some writing and stuff in it already, but I think that it looks like it's mostly in pencil, so if we wanted to, we could erase it. But it's got activities for the kids and stuff, so I think it could be pretty fun. So again, for free, why not, right? Then my son found this Artemis Fowl, The Opal Deception. I think this is like book 4 or something, so he just picked it up and thought it looked cool, so we'll have to get him started from the beginning. Then I found this one, The Dark is Rising by Susan Cooper, and I don't know anything about it except that it has this Newbery Honor Medal on it, and anytime that I see those, I always pick them up because, you know, they're going to be good. And the last book that we got there is Kite Runner. Again, it was just kind of thrown on there, and I don't have this book, and I picked it up because next, I believe that it is about World War II, and like I said, next year we're going to do, well, I'm not sure how far we'll get through history, but the next 2 years we'll be doing American history, and so I thought it would be fun for me to read some historical fiction as well. So I believe it's historical fiction. So that was everything that we got at the curriculum giveaway. And then I had some DVDs that I no longer wanted, and we have like a, you know, a used, basically media store. It's called Last Stop CD Shop. I don't know if it's a chain or not, but anyway, so I stopped by Last Stop CD Shop and dropped off some DVDs that I wanted to see if they would buy back. And they have, like I said, they have movies, they have CDs, they have like PlayStations, and they also have books. And so of course I went right to the book section, and I found their classics section, and I do not have a lot of classics. I have a lot of children's classics, like in the children's form, you know, like the illustrated classics and that kind of stuff, but I don't have the actual classic books. And so I picked up a couple of those. Charles Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities, All the Wild, but I don't think we have this one, so I picked that one up. The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. And again, I've never read this one. The Good Earth, I believe I did read in high school, but I just picked up a copy of it. I don't remember if I liked it or not. I don't really remember much about it, so picked up a copy of that. And then Great Expectations. Again, I have not read this one yet, and so I think I have like the children's illustrated version of this. So I need to read the adult version. And then this was not in the history section, but I have heard a lot about this, the evolution of Copernica Tate, and so I picked this up. I thought this would either be a good read aloud. I'll have to check grade level, but I know that it'd probably be a little bit too much for my 8-year-old, but I'll check grade level for sure if we're going to do an independent reader. With selling my DVDs back, and then they just took that off this total, I think I paid like $2.79 for all of these books. So it's not a bad deal when you have stuff to sell back. So I took all those DVDs back, and then whatever they did not buy back, I donated to my favorite local bookstore. This bookstore, if you probably have heard me talk about it before, if you've seen my book hauls from there, but it is it's a bookstore run by a program called Reach Literacy, which is all about adult literacy. And so what happens is people donate to this bookstore, and then they sell the books, and that profit goes to adult literacy programs. So like our library doesn't have like the library book sales. Like I know that a lot of homeschool moms pick up tons of stuff at library book sales. Well, all of the library books are donated to this store then, and so or to other, not just here, but to other literacy programs around our community, which I think is really great. And so anyway, but when you go there, they have all of their their small paperbacks are $1, their large paperbacks, like, you know, this would be probably considered a large paperback, would be $2, and then their hardcovers are $3. You can't beat that. So they're really good. Also, every time that you go in there, each family gets 5 free kids books from the kids book section. And so these are my 5 from this time. And like I said, they're awesome. So Annie of Avonlea, I don't even know how to say that, but I think this is like Anne of Green Gables. And my daughter just kind of read the illustrated one of that, and so I picked up this one just to have it on hand. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. This one it's got pictures and and words in there. So, and it's in really good shape. Like the spine isn't creased at all. This one, Nyanuki, I think is how you say it. And the only reason I picked this up is because I've seen a lot of people, like through Bookshark or Sunlight or stuff like that with their history readers. I've seen a lot of people, have this in their book hauls and stuff, or in their unboxings. So, I just saw it there and I picked it up. Same with this one. I think this one, I've seen this one in there, Tut Tut, but we are, doing ancient history right now, so I thought I would look at this and see if that's something that maybe I could read aloud to the kids really quick. And then the last one is The Story of Amelia Earhart. This is Lost Star by Patricia Lauber. And I thought this might be kind of interesting, especially for my 8-year-old. We have talked about Amelia Earhart, and it all stemmed from the night at the museum, the Smithsonian one, where Amelia Earhart kind of is one of the stars in it. And so we've actually talked about Amelia Earhart, so this would be kind of fun for them to read. So the next ones that I picked up at the Reach Your Reader bookstore are both Kristen Hanna, The Nightingale and True Colors. And I actually I've not read a Kristen Hanna before. I just picked up, through my Book of the Month box subscription, I got The Great Alone. And everyone said how great she was, and actually my mom just borrowed out The Great Alone, so I don't even have that one right now to read, but I've heard a lot of people say that this is like one of their favorite books of all time. And so again, it's World War II, and so I thought that maybe I'll start reading it this year too, but definitely next year or the year after, when we're kind of going through our World War II phase, I'll probably try to read a whole bunch of World War II books. So anyway, I'm looking forward to reading these too. And again, these are super thick, and these were $2. So I'm not sure if they were like, oh, somebody's got some car registration in there. Funny what you find in used books, right? But I'm not sure if they were mispriced or what, because they're kind of a newer. I feel like this was just released last year, so I'm kind of surprised that I got it for that price. But I'm excited to get started. So I did pick up one other one at the Reach Your Reader bookstore that I don't have here. It was for my son. He actually has, I think there was 2 more. So my total at the Reach Your Reader bookstore was actually $8. And so with combined all of these books, I spent just over $11, or just under $11, like 10 something. So, I mean, not bad for a day's work. So I'm really excited about all of the titles that I got. And so I don't know, have you guys gotten any good deals lately? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.